Hello and welcome to the Handy Capable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Hi, hello, how are you, my royalty? Okay, let's grab some petty tea, yeah, hot, cold, whichever you like it. You can get boba, a soda, espresso. You can get a mocha, chocolate. Anything you're like the orange juice, the flavored aloe vera. Oh, that's I love the boba and flavored aloe vera. Those are two of my favorites. But yeah, let's just get started. It's like cause yeah, I'm kind of craving a smoothie today because I love smoothies too. So yeah, later today, while writing my novel, yes, yeah, it's like, okay, well, if you're new, okay, because this is going to be small business related. I am starting up different streams of income. So, yeah, everything's in the process and in the works while figuring out and learning my still pretty newly diagnosed. Yeah, took over 30 years. And after doctors mentally ABUSC me, yeah, telling me that the pain was in my head, I'm a liar, I'm making it up, and yada, 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 until I could not walk anymore. Yeah. And yeah, as a go listen, I talk about that, and I'm going to talk a lot more about it soon. But yeah, the politics have been really, yeah, like you already know. So anyway, this is a small business one, and I'm going to start doing some more episodes on the Handy Capable Nerd channel. But yeah, so for not right now, I already have a lot of projects I'm working on. It's already kind of stressful. So yeah, I'm just staying here for a while until I get everything else situated, which the candles should be up and ready for like a few weeks before Valentine's Day. So if you are going to be interested in my candle selection, I'll tell you more about the specifics when I get closer to it. But okay, this part of where I'm going to kind of talk about the marketing part today because okay, I I do teach about the marketing and advertising and things, and it's vital, and especially with the networking because it's who you know, not just what you know. Because I have learned so many things over the years, and I still learn. I'm always willing and able to and excited to be a student to learn and embrace more knowledge and different things. And that causes empathy, which is why a lot of the people in the creative community are very empathetic and are more Democrat because we are willing, like when you're willing to learn, you're willing to empathize and understand and take in that information and things. But yeah, anyways, okay. So after I finished my rough draft of my novel, and after working at one of the schools that I taught at was clearly a mistake, clearly. Yeah, because a lot of ableist, awful, terrible, bigoted fools that work at that school. But anyway, I was just starting my YouTube channel and figuring out the game plan with my novel because I liked it, but I didn't love it. And a lot of people told me, "Oh, this is really good. Oh my gosh, you wrote this. This is," but to me, it still didn't click. It didn't have that well, I'm still trying to figure out the what. But now I'm more excited because I figured out part of the what, because I'm like I'm not holding one novel. I'm holding parts of three. So, and that now is allowing me to market it better, advertise it better, and use parts of it for YouTube. But with YouTube, my my first thoughts were I wanted to have writing sessions and talk about true crime, but also cold cases crime, and try to see, okay, what can we look at, what can we investigate, what articles and pictures and images, and like, so that's going to actually be part of my Patreon. But I do have Patreon, but it's more petty because while I was starting, well, yeah, in 2022 November, is like had a terrible date, everything like that, and I made a list of standards, posted it on dating apps. I had no idea I was going to end up with what I ended up with, but it's kind of like that one American white journalist, that female and stuff. She, for a year, she dated like Republican men. And yeah, let's just say I didn't date them, but they decided to write me because I said I won't date them. And the awful, terrible, stupid, idiotic things they told me, yeah, I screenshot and post. So I'm still posting them. I have so many more. And yeah, yeah, the ones who call me everything that you can call me other than a child of God. Yeah, I've got the screenshots, I got the evidence. And not just from white men, but from black men, Hispanic men. And that's the funny thing. A lot of people think I must be racist because I'm not going to date a Republican. But then, yeah, okay, I'm going to talk about the literacy later because it's really funny how few men are able to fully read and understand what they're reading or understand the point of a bullet list. Because, and you know what? No, I'm going to do that right now because with comprehension, that was part of the issue. Well, that and scamming and being awful, terrible, cold hearted business people was the other. So, yeah, stay tuned for that part. But if I have a bullet list and I have two different things that are separate, that means that, okay, A, B, and C. It's like if I'm saying that I have A, B, and C on the list that I will not date, but then someone who reads it and then they're like, well, you're stupid because I don't have A, but I can do B and C. But A, B, and C are separate. They're not together. They're not in the same bullet. They're separate bullet points. But a lot of men, they try to tell me, I don't have any higher education, but I have an opinion. I can have deep conversation. Yeah, and a lot of people who have deep conversation, yeah, they don't have higher education. And some people who have higher education cannot have deep conversations. What is your point? I want someone who has all of the above. And also, it's not that I want to date a man with the higher education because he can have deep conversation. Because if that was the point, I would have only put that I want someone with higher education. Make it make sense. But if you can't comprehend that, if you can't get that, then I really, yeah, we would really not have a good time on any type of date or time getting to know each other because you can't put those two pieces together at all. So many men are so insulted by that. But anyway, okay. So I am trying to get my YouTube channel together, but also write the novel and get the YouTube channel. And I was starting to get the greeting card business together. And so I'm like, you know what? I have a plan for the marketing. So why don't I go on Fiverr and I hire someone to, it's like I'm gonna email them the list of hashtag words, my demographic, who I'm trying to target and everything. And this way, it's like I will be able to get more out of my butt. Like I can show them that I'm serious and I want real people. And the thing is, I didn't know so many of the people on Fiverr, like who do the YouTube subscriptions or subscribers. I didn't know a lot of them are scammers. And that's from my experience because three or four of them, yes. And some of you guys might be like, how can you be that dumb or stupid? And it's like, well, it's like, yeah, you need to go on that site and things because I hired one person and it looked like they were doing an amazing job. But next thing I know, No, they just had a lot of bots, and sometimes they would comment and message with the bots to make it look like people were commenting. But I didn't know that until after I paid them after the work. But then after the work was done, no more, like, none of the subscribers were watching, none of them were commenting. It was a desert. And so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to find someone else. And I wrote Fiverr about it, but they're like, you know what, that's not our issue, but okay, we'll look into it, maybe we'll fire them, blah blah blah. The second person, I let them know I only want real people. I don't like, the first person got bots. This is horrible. It's a nightmare. Can you please? I was like, even if it's not that many people, I just want real, authentic people. That's it. Oh, yeah, I promise. Yeah, I do a great job, blah, 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 whatever. They did the same thing. They did the same exact thing. But then it's like, all I have the screenshots because I'm starting to save the screenshots of them, because the first person is like, yeah, I guess someone else complained about them too. So then they got fired. But then the funny thing is, after they got fired, they just made a new profile with a new Gmail account. So then they can just come back and scam other people. I learned that too. But with the second person, they did the same thing, but then I sent it to Fiverr with the screenshots as proof. And they're just like, oh, well, maybe you misunderstood what they're doing. So then I had to go and take screenshots of what that person sells and show them. No, they said real people. They said subscribers. And so then, anyways, the third person, after they were done, I was already kind of suspicious with them because it was all within 12 hours. Because, like, each day I would take a screenshot of how many subscribers, and it was like the same amount almost every day, maybe one or two increase. So I think those were authentic. But then all of a sudden it would hop like 200 to 1,000. And it was like, okay, that's a really big jump within only like 12 hours. But then after they were done, not one, like none of them would comment or anything like that. So then I'm like, okay, another one. Oh, and after this third one was done, they told me, it's like, you can go monetize right now. Do it right now, okay? And I'm like, okay, well, if these were real people, I wouldn't have to rush and do it. And so I was honest, because I could have just, monetized and whatever, but I didn't, because I was like, that's not the honest way. And so I went to Fiverr and I showed them like what was going on. And so then they fired them too. But then they turned around, made a new Gmail to make another account. And but so I say all of that because I've noticed there are some YouTubers who, it's like, some people are claiming, oh, they just bought subscribers. It's like, and they just bought bots. That's all they did. And you know what? Some of them might, and I'm saying might, be in the same situation that I got caught in, because each time, like, because right now I even created a document which now I can copy and paste with, like, I only want real people. If you do not give me real people, I will take screenshots and show them to the Fiverr people. And it's like, I read, like, so then some of the Fiverr people either block me or ignore me because they realize, oh yeah, she doesn't, yeah, she's not, like, she's already been around the boat. She already knows how we scam. But like, to me, it's a scam. It's like, she already knows how we scam people, blah blah blah. And also, it's like, I have not paid for anybody else in almost, I think, a year and a half or 2 years now, because like almost each and every time it's disappointment. And I was thinking, it's one less job that I don't have to do, because I want to finish my novel and the greeting cards and now the candles and the children's books and the activity books and everything like that. And I wanted to start on Twitch, but I can't, because I'm like, I'm already trying to do, because it's like, with my novels, I have other novels that I'm working on now too, because like I have another idea with a different character and the plot and things. And so I can't, I'm not, I don't have time. So I don't know. It's just really, and then also I have to create the website and get the Etsy store and all the other platforms and stuff together. So, but I don't know. It's just sometimes when I see some YouTubers automatically thinking, oh, they just bought bots, they might have been in the same exact situation that I was in. And when it comes to reading in the like Fiverr tried to accuse me of not comprehending, and so I would have to take screenshots and show them. No, see, right here, they said real people, subscribers, and stuff. I was like, nowhere in here does it say bots. And look at my messages. I say I only want real people. It's like if that means you're not able to give me as many people, that is fine because I do not want any bots. I'm serious about what I'm trying to do. And I was like, I was even letting Fiverr, like, and see, this is the thing that really bugs me because I was trying to find two or three Fiverr people to hire, but then hire them, like, once I find good people, I want to hire them throughout the year. Basically, it's like they were guaranteed that amount of money every month. That's what I was trying to do because I'm like, okay, if I can find one person that their job is just to help me, find new subscribers and market and like hashtag and do things like that, perfect. That's all I want. That's all I need. But that didn't happen at all. At all. And so sometimes when I see the commercials about Fiverr, I'm just like, the lies. And the thing is, it's not with everything though, because I did hire an editor. And so with editing, it's like I'm going to get a backup editor and things like that. Because, yeah, they might be like my second editor because I do have a couple programs that like grammar wise like really quick I can at least get that through, but then like the more intense editing is like that, like step two might be Fiverr, and then I might go and try to find like one that is I know is like a more top tier before I let the novels out because I keep hearing booktubers talk about how it's like they keep seeing errors in the books and they're just especially self-published books, and I really don't want that. It's like, so I want to try my best because I want them to be professional, and with a lot of the things that I've created so far, so many people are shocked that is like I made it from scratch by myself, and I want to continue with that. I want my items to look professional. I want them to not look like they're, homemade or from scratch or whatever. So, and like with my candles, that's what I'm working on. With my greeting cards, I'm gonna finally start, like, I've been needing to do the test prints for over a year now, but I've created quite a lot of cards and things, so I'm excited because I think I have that, like, at least the quantity, the variety that I'm going to need with the greeting cards. And with my intro candle, I think I have the perfect first two candles, but yeah, I have about 20 to 30 that I want to, uh, work on for 2026 and everything like that. But yeah, I'm excited. But at the same time, it's aggravating and frustrating because with Fiverr and what those people did, because yeah, I know all of them are not awful scammers, terrible, heartless people, but some of them are. And some of the YouTubers who possibly hired someone, and it's like some of us got cheated out of money because also like after you hire them, it's like if you try to write them back, they'll block you because they don't want you to be able to complain to them. Because I like with one of them, and sometimes Fiverr won't believe you. There was one salesperson, and he even said that I didn't understand what he like or comprehend what he was selling. And so then I had to show my messages, and I'm like, I asked him if he could provide a, because with his profile it was a little different. So with it, but since it was American based and everything, and I saw a couple of political YouTubers that he worked for. It's like I asked, it's like, okay, so are you able to do this? And he said yes. But then after he did a terrible job with it, is like he wants to say that that's not what I provide. And I'm like, but in the message you said you would provide that. Because I asked you bluntly, I asked you like in words, and you told me yes. If you had said no, I would have moved on to somebody else. But since I saw that you had worked with people from within a political party and that you would be able to help the like those people or whatever, I'm asking like because it was close to what I wanted, but it wasn't exact. But and that's the thing. I thought, okay, if I can maybe ask somebody who is a little on the outside of what I want, maybe I can learn how to work with those people too, especially if they're real people and not bots. But then yeah, it's like yeah, that was a hot mess. But it's like I was trying to go by the like fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on like it's like I was trying to go a different route and not do the same and not repeat the same exact thing because I would go crazy. I would go insane. So but it's just annoying and frustrating because trying to work on all of these projects, trying to create all of this, all of these things. I'm excited, but at the same time, I constantly have to be careful because several years ago, I was trying to get one of my business ideas together, but I was trying to get some of the supplies for it. And so I went, oh yeah, I'm going to tell the whole story in a different episode, but I tried to use Alibaba. Yeah. And I even asked for samples, asked for pictures. I mean, I was asking these people questions for a little over a week. I was like, I would have a bullet list of questions, and they would they would answer all of them. So I thought they were legit. I thought they were good and everything. And no, it's like found out from research that they were one of the Nigerian scammers. Yeah, yeah, good times, good times. And so that I'm just, when some people are genuinely trying to start something, and it's just frustrating when people want to take advantage of innocent people, like people who, like, we have the American dream. That's like, we want to be able to obtain our goals. We have ideas and we want to be able to have our own businesses and just, we love what we're able to create and we want to share it with the world. But when you try, like, sometimes it's disheartening, it's frustrating, and sometimes it's almost to a point where you want to be, where you feel defeated, because I felt defeated for years after the Alibaba. I was just like, I can't do this anymore. I just got to focus on working my 2, 3, 4 jobs, save up money, invest. I was just like, I'm just going to invest money. I'm going to just work for the man and save up money and invest. And I guess I'm not going to pursue my dreams. But then a couple years later, it's like my some of my students were going home and telling their parents about my children's stories, because sometimes I read children's books from the classroom, but sometimes I read them my stories. And like parents were coming in about the snails and also the indoor garden and other things like that. But then some parents were coming in and they're like, my kid is saying, like, they're talking about this character and that character. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that's connected to the alien grocery store. That's one of my stories. And they're like, oh, yeah, but where's the book? I'm like, oh, well, it's in my notebook. They're like, what? Oh, you copied it from somewhere? No, I wrote it. You wrote that? Oh my gosh, that's like, and so I've even had some parents, because I told them what time I read the stories, they would come by before class or the school day would end, because I usually read near the end of class and stuff like that for the kids to, kind of take a deep breath, meditate and stuff. And some of the parents were just like, you need to write, you need to publish this. And so that's when I try to get back into it, only to get on Fiverr to try to, help me out and get scammed again. So, yeah, trying to start a business, especially with disability life, because it's like physical therapy and medications and all of the like the pain and the symptoms and everything. It's aggravating because I'm trying to do it the right way. I'm trying to hire honest people, but it's like, especially online, it's hard to tell who the honest people are. And then, especially with a lot, especially Fiverr, they'll block you and run off and leave you with just heartbreak. And some of them, they don't care if you quit. They don't care, they got your money. That's all they cared about in the first place. They just want to use you. And they have no problem lying to you because they got your money. So I just say, like, be careful out there. And I hope, like, if I could find an honest Fiverr person, it's like I would buy from them either every month or every other month. So if any of you guys know honest YouTube marketers, because I have a whole plan out of like the hashtags and the SEO. Because, yes, like I have my MBA in internet marketing. So it's like I have the different tools and kits and everything that would help them market me and everything. And, but it's like I want to tell my story because I know there's other people trying to start their business. There's other people who might have been scammed and they want to give up. And it's like, don't give up, babies. And it's like, yes, I know it's a headache. I know it's frustrating. I know it's just to the point, like, who can you trust? And honestly, there's not that many people out here you can trust. A lot of these, especially with capitalism, it's like some people are like, nothing's wrong with capitalism. No, like when people have no problem scamming and hurting you and taking advantage of you in order to make money, yeah, because like, do I want to get rich off from my businesses? If that happens, it's a blessing. But to me, it's like I would love to just be able to buy my house and live comfortably, and to the point where I don't have to be in fear or scared. Because again, having a disability, and a lot of companies don't want to hire me because of my disability. I've told you guys so many stories, and I have so many more. But I would love to be able to not have to work for the man and be able to wake up, work on things that I've put my heart into. And if I can hire people I can trust, oh, that would be amazing. But again, there's so many people out here that are only for themselves. They don't care who you are. They will hurt you. They don't care your intentions. They don't care your heart, your spirit, because some of them don't even have a heart. They have something in common with my ex. But anyway, yeah, I just had to kind of vent because, especially with the holidays and everything, and it's like with the money that I had saved and I got scammed out of. If I didn't get scammed, I would have been able to hire, or at least I would have been able to start the candle or the greeting card business now. But I planned everything for January, so I'm excited. There's light at the end of the tunnel. But this is the Handy Capable Black Woman Throne Room. I am a woman, I am of color, and I am handy capable. But most importantly, I am human and you're human too.